Get some silly questions sometimes.
Is butt a swear?
Is butt a swear?
I don't think butt's a swear.
Well, like, but technically, isn't any word that you mean something ill a swear? Like, if you say freaking banana, like,
I will say that when people see my butt, they swear. They say, "Damn,
damn, Gina."
Well, you just blew it.
That doesn't happen.
All right,
that's not a bad word.
I guess we're gonna start next week.
That's not a bad.
We
swear.
already went over the rules. He told me the rules, and he said the only things we're allowed to say is hell and crap.
But I want to know with the last time I looked at the poll that you put out, 42% of the people polled said that I was going to be the person to fail.
Bill just blew it. Bill blew it.
Well, see, I'm going by like the radio swear words. You know
we just have a beep button. Can we just have a beep button?
The word that you can't say on the air. You know, I forget what that George Carlin shtick that he did.
Oh yeah.
Where he went through all the ones that you can't say on there, but you can say "damn" on the radio. You can't say the S word, the F word, the P word, the N word, the G word, the B word, the C word, even the Z word. You can't say all that.
Is there a bad word for every letter in the alphabet?
Yes.
That would be awesome. We should go through them one day.
Yeah, we should.
We should on the air.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah. So Ren's in the chat. Did you guys did you see that video, Chris, that he posted?
Yeah. No.
This guy, he found me in Chicago. He found me. He found my truck.
I'm surprised he had time to find you between visiting all those restaurants that he goes to.
I don't know why I'm laughing because I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Surprised he didn't stuff a hoagie underneath your door handle or something.
But anyways, I was parked somewhere, and I saw on Facebook that he posted a picture of my truck that he was driving past. That was the end of it. And I'm in an attic. I'm working, and I didn't know anything else, you know. And then at the end of the day, I go down and we're loading out the truck. My helper moved the truck around back to the alley, and Ren walks up, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" We like talk for a minute, and he's like, "Did you see the video?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Wait, I saw a picture. What video?" He's like, "Oh, never mind." And then I'm like, "What?" And he's like, did your hand get dirty?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" He's like, "On your handle." I'm like, "No, he drove the truck." He put never
after you said that you didn't watch the video. Like, yeah, I watched the video, and then he's like asking you everything that's in the video.
He did, but he put never sees on the handle, and my helper was right there. I'm like, "Did your hand get dirty?" He's like, "Oh yeah." And he's like showing his hand.
He didn't bother saying anything.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Oh, yeah, practical jokes on work trucks, they're funny, but until they piss you off, and then you're like, come on.
Yeah. If it was,
You already had a long day, a crappy day.
I had a guy zip tie crap to my drive shaft one time, and I was pissed. Not my when I worked at a body shop, we used to mess with each other all the time, and I went and one of the other body guys that fix cars, I took his toolbox and I dragged it across the freaking building and put it in a closet. So he came in the next morning and he thought all of his shit got stolen. But then apparently when I drug his toolbox across, I broke the freaking casters on it. I really don't remember this, but I remember him being mad at me because when he went to go move it again, it wouldn't move. So yeah, shit kind of goes south. And then he zip tied crap to my drive shaft. So when I was driving down the road, I got on the freeway driving.
Oh, so we're definitely starting next week because you keep saying shit. This guy says, "Damn."
Yeah,
I inadvertently said it. I don't know that I could do this. Did I say shit?
You said it like 3 times in one sentence.
Yeah.
It just comes out. I can't.
See, I mean, come on, damn can't be that bad of a swear word. I say it all the time.
Why don't we have? Can we have? Like, I say shit too much. So can shit be an okay word? And then
I thought shit was acceptable
for something else.
No, it's not.
No,
no, of course not. How is it that you guys knew about this? I literally just found out about this like 3 minutes ago.
Well, the problem is
you don't pay attention to our private chat anymore. And you're a dick that never comes on.
Working overnight.
Hey, hold on. Is Dick a swear?
Pause. On this note,
I'm renaming Bill Dick. He's Richard. His name.
Okay. I guess we're not starting this week. Mr. Ice says coworkers write things in dust, and he beat me too because I was just gonna say that, dude. When your truck's dusty and you do the dicks. Shit, there you go. Or anything on the truck and with your fingers, it scratches the paint, the clear coat. People, that's killer. I hate that, man.
So yeah, when I walked out and I started talking to Ren, that was the attic where they have all the freaking 2 feet of blown in insulation, and I got to work in it. And he looks at me, he's like, "Damn, you're dirty." I'm like, yeah.
Hey, thanks.
You know,
that was a pretty good job for you.
Wait a minute. So how many S-mans is Ted saying?
Huh?
37.
How many S-mans is he going to give?
5.
And what do the S-mans cost?
I don't know. Ask your partner, True Tech Tools.
Are they like $450, $500?
He said the 3 ADVs.
So
for the guys that don't know in chat what we're talking about.
Okay, so if we do $500 times 5, that's $2,500. Hold on, let me.
Chris got this. He's got it. Don't worry about it.
No.
Next month he's got it.
This to Ted. That's a bit much. I'm kind of taxed on my.
I'm still going with, like, out of all the swear words I've heard in my life, damn just never caught me as a swear word.
When I was like 7, though, if I said damn, I'd get slapped.
I mean, I would get a stern look. Like, hey, watch your mouth, boy.
All right, so here's the deal for everybody that's confused. Ted made a challenge to us. Now, we genuinely might go with this challenge, but we were going to start it on the next show because the next show is at the first of the month.
Because I just found out about it
and
as well.
We have to try to get it all out this show. We're trying to get all the swear words out.
But the challenge is that if we can go through the whole show without saying bad words.
Not one show, a month.
Oh, we're fucked.
That's 4 shows, man. Unless it's
a 5-week month and it's 5 shows.
We ain't doing that.
Wait, is there ever 5? Yeah, there's 5 Fridays in some months, right?
I guess we could do a show where I can just like play in the chat room and not talk.
Okay, but anyways, if we can make it through a month apparently with no bad words, then Ted was going to donate 5 S-man manifolds to us to give away. But
originally he said 10, and I almost like spit my drink out when he told me that. I'm like, 10? Are you nuts?
so then are we really letting people down? Like every time we say a bad word, is it like everybody's getting punched in the gut?
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Because think of like the odds for a lottery win. Okay, they're not very good, but you know, for the people that are watching our videos, especially the live viewers, those are the ones who are going to win. And you know, realistically, we're averaging maybe 150 people in here live.
150, 170, somewhere in there. So the odds are 1 in 170. Right?
Pretty good. Not too bad. Much better than the lottery.
Sacrifice part of our fun vocabulary in order to enrich the lives of some of our viewers.
So we have to not relieve our stress on the Friday night show that we look forward to, you know, just coming on here and chilling out, drinking beers, relieving stress. But we can't say the bad words. But in doing so,
we can make other people's lives better.
Oh, kind of like when I did my Christmas video and I spent all my money.
About that now.
I got an idea. Why don't we change format? And on Mondays, we'll do the overtime show on your channel. And then on Fridays, we'll come on here and we'll just answer questions.
Oh, we would like totally get it like that, because on my channel it's just I don't even try and I don't say bad words, but when I come on here, just
they fly.
Fly.
Talking about
drinking
different
Clive, I mean Clive brought a lot of people to this channel, and Clive's saying just swear they can buy
their own meters. I mean, he does make a valid point. The only reason I'm here is because I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
All right. Well, we'll discuss after that. You know, you're taunting me with that freaking cup there, Bill. I still don't have my Honeywell.
Honeywell cup. Let me get this.
Future is what we make it.
Oh, by the way, I was going to send you guys each an overtime mug, but I was waiting for Joe. I asked Joe what L's address was in Pennsylvania again. He wouldn't answer me. So I'm like, looks like nobody gets them.
Oh, come on. Don't put that on me. Well, all I want to say is I'm going to change subjects. I'm going to say thank you, Bill, because soon all the shows are going to be in the podcast again. So if every time you're bored in the truck or whatever, you can listen to us and have a joke, whatever. Fucking chill out.
Hey, Red Fathom has a good idea. Red Fathom says just pre-record the show and cut out the swears. Nobody will know. We could totally do that. We could do the show at 4:00. Spend a half an hour editing out the bad stuff and then just post the show. Then we still had fun.
I'm not in the mood at 4:00.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I got it. Thanks, Ralph. Much appreciated. And don't forget, don't send one to Chris because he's just gonna break it. Like
he's really rough on his things.
Yeah, he is.
Tooth Nation.
He tries to mix up peanut butter and put it in there.
Oh my gosh! Did you guys see? Oh, hold on.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, everyone has seen the video where the pictures of where you use a freaking mixer on your. I just need to ask this question for everyone: who uses a mixer in their peanut butter jar?
Exactly.
Have you never bought like real
peanut butter? Hipster
what
peanut
kind of
butter.
psychopath does that?
It doesn't have any sugar in it. All that it has is oil and peanuts. There's no anything else in it.
What does it have in it?
Peanuts.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
No. Peanut.
Ground up whale dongs.
But so we buy our peanut butter like that, and we always have to mix it. So usually I glob it out. You pour the oil out and put it in a jar, and then I'll get an electric mixer, or sometimes I'll use my drill, and then you'll mix it. But I didn't want to make a mess, so I just left it in the peanut butter jar. And I just
would stop buying that peanut butter in 2 seconds.
One mixer thing in there, and I'm holding it, and right when I first started it, the oil spilled out of the top and it got on my hands, and I was like, oh, my hand's gonna smell like peanuts for the rest of the day. But then I put my hand back on it, and I got it going really good, and then I lost my grip, and the whole jar spun in my hands as I was standing, and then it slipped down, and then the thing was still rotating, and it shot all over my kitchen, all over me.
So the question of the day is, are you going to continue this behavior?
Yeah,
because
I buy the hipster peanut butter. I gotta mix it. I'm not gonna drink.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't buy sugar in my peanut butter, bud.
That's a fake peanut butter, Patrick. Fake peanut butter causes cancer.
Because I look at it like this: like if you're gonna buy the super healthy organic peanut butter that's only had positive sayings spoken to it through its lifetime, like your whole life should embody this. Like you're buying gluten-free pancakes and gluten-free water, and you're buying all this other stuff and living a healthy lifestyle. You know,
What is gluten?
I don't know. It's something that
Gluten
hipsters
is
are afraid of.
Grain, right?
Yeah, it's a grain. Yeah.
No, I thought it was like a ghost that only haunted people on unicycles.
I was like, my wife asked me to pick up like a few things from Whole Foods, and I like bring it to the counter, and the lady, you know how they're very talkative and they want to start conversations with you.
Mhm.
She's like, "Oh, that's great that you bought that. Did you try the gluten-free version?" And I'm like, "The hell's a gluten?" I don't know what you're talking about. Just can you ring me up and we?
Should have said like, no, I don't speak German.
Peanut spray all over you. What?
Gluten dogging.
So
No,
this week
man.
we started actually picking up work again. All my guys worked all week, which was a plus. Unlike last week, we were dead. Yeah, we had everybody working. It's funny, like it's some like flipped a switch, and all of a sudden service calls started coming in again. So that was nice.
Good.
Nice to kind of try to be able to catch up on some videos and actually film some stuff.
Yeah, I had a week of another week of boring stuff. Nothing really interesting enough to film. No teachable moments. Nothing too crazy. I had a walk-in coolers. It's kind of low on refrigerant, but nothing real cool.
There was I don't know if I told you guys, there was a 35, I think I was telling Alan because he's this Well McLean guy. A 36-year-old, I went today to fix that control board there, Adam. 36-year-old Well McLean we installed it, hasn't been, was it 13 years old?
You installed
Hasn't
it?
been maintained once.
36 years old?
07 Ultra.
That's not 36 years old, bro.
Sorry,
true.
that's another unit. Sorry, 13 years old. Sorry. That was another unit I was going to talk about. 13 years old, hasn't been maintained once, from what I know and see. They call us back to change the board, and that's it. It's running again. I didn't open that shit up, and I'm not going to open that thing up.
I would love to see that door come off that thing.
Oh, I have a picture of it on my phone. I looked through the sight glass, and you can just see the mountains. But listen, it's running. It's doing auxiliary heat for the air, and yeah. So much for maintenance agreements. Sometimes you just get lucky. Some people,
you know, those
get
kits
lucky.
are like $100.
Sorry,
The maintenance kits for the ultras are like $100.
something like that. But I'm saying like just overall, like
No, I'm
Like,
saying like what? So if they're $100, how much are these people paying on a yearly? Because Wild McLean actually says that you should be doing it every year. So what are you charging them?
I think by code, you got to do an analyze each year on these things.
I don't even own an analyzer.
A gas analyzer.
Yeah, not what I would use. I do like 2 no heats a year, so
No, I hear you. But it's just crazy how just some customers get lucky. 13 years and no maintenance, and their boiler's still ticking. And that's a known boiler for having issues. You know what I mean? That's actually the reason why, Adam. Some boiler setups, people will cringe at me when they see no closed T's. It all started from them, because and I know that problem they used to have with closed.
I don't know what
closed loop.
Nope. Are you talking about roller coasters or something?
No, the Well McLean's, they had a problem. I forget what it's called. It used to go on high temp and kick out. They modulate low enough, right, Adam? I can't remember what the code was.
I don't know. I've had a
It was
couple.
common. So by not putting the closed T's and making the loop longer and more, I guess you could say thermal volume, it will give it time to cool down in time and won't kick off on high temp. And that was a common stupid issue Well McLean had on their Ultras, and that's one of the reasons why those closed T's got rid of them.
I had an Ultra 299. Actually, I had 2 Ultra 299s that were twin together. They were like kind of. I can't remember how it's staged or set up. If it's shadow or what it is. If it's staged, I can't remember how it was set up. But anyway, one of them, it was a monster church, and there was 4 zones. 2 zones were kind of small. One was really small. And if the church was running, that thing was pounding the heat out, right? It was just banging at it, 100%. And then if the small zone is on and one of the zones for the church is on, and then the church satisfies, it like can't slow down fast enough, and it trips the high limit.
It tripped high limit.
The thing is with the Ultras,
for a reason.
They don't.
And John's saying the HXs are shitty as well.
Oh, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a question. Have you guys ever? I just recently used one of them. Have you guys ever used one of those bags for cleaning the mini split units?
No, I wanted to though.
Those make it so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Got one of those giant bags that you wrap around it, and then it has a spout coming down, whatever. And just took a hose to the damn thing.
Thank you, Patrick.
Super.
Starved condensers.
That's awesome.
I remove expansion valves, flood evaporators, and starved condensers. Are you talking? What is a headmaster? No, I'm joking.
And
you want me to go down that path right now?
So I've made the now we're on the topic of cleaning. Well, I guess we were already off the topic, but I'm bringing it back. Cleaning mini splits. That bag does work awesome, and but let me tell you, the worst that I've had to clean are when you install a mini split, which a lot of people will probably be like, it's common sense or whatever. But like when you're kind of zoning out a house with mini splits, you kind of put them everywhere, right? You have a mini split in the kitchen, even if it's not even near the stove.
Grease, yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad move. It gets dirty. You really need to clean them.
So how do you clean them?
With that little bag with the spout.
Thing, dude.
I wasn't even.
I never use it.
Well, like, how does that go again, Adam?
With the bag with the spout.
Bad chingus. It's a bad chingus.
Huh?
Do that again.
No, I'm done with it.
And hold your hand there, and then just make the motion for a minute, and I'm sure one of the people will screen grab it and make something cool out of it.
Do it. Like
Do it.
Cow udder.
I'm good.
Just put your hand there. I'm not going to do it. Just put your hand in an awkward position right in front of your face.
Like a bull udder.
I'm sure that Sean Schwab will do something.
Mini splits suck.
Yeah.
My neighbor gave me a bottle of scotch.
Nice. What was that, Glenn Levitt?
Glenn Levitt.
Sounds like a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Are they the pineapple neighbors?
State Farm.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah. That's why they give you scotch.
Nice. Hey,
Bill,
so
I never seen that. Maybe I never came across any, but I never seen that TXV set, the bulb setup. Like that.
yeah, that's a good idea, Joe. Damn, you're So this Lennox, I don't know if anybody in the chat, if you're in the Facebook, if you're not in the Facebook group, join up to our Facebook group, HVAC Overtime.
The
And,
HVACR Videos Facebook group.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
It's just a site order.
Is that like
I actually have a group, but I haven't made it public because I just
like a camera?
Yeah, don't do that.
Anyways, Bill.
Anyway, back to the subject at hand.
I have a Discord though. We can
install this brand new Lennox unit.
We'll post it.
On this rooftop of a restaurant, brand new Lennox unit, and the sensing bulb. It's got a nice little stainless steel strap on it, but it's got looks like a wood screw going through this little strap holding it on. It's the most flimsy looking thing. It's not zip tied. It's not insulated. Just one little screw holding it through, like a wood screw, just going through this little piece of metal.
And you and I know
it's going to vibrate. It's going to loosen up and it's going to fall off.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I really don't.
Yeah, I've come across that too, installing a new TXV from them. And honestly, Bill, I think what I did was went out and got a TXV strap out of another one on my van.
Like a real strap.
With two, put the two straps on there. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's that silly one, and they just use a sheet metal screw, and it's like,
I don't get it.
Yeah, just
no.
Do you guys ever notice like the straps in general usually just suck to put together for TXVs? Just
actually, I don't put my straps together. So I wish I had one I can show you, but the TXV strap essentially is just plumbing tape, right? And then there's on a Sporlan valve, and there's like a funny way you're supposed to do it. I don't do it that way. I just stick the bolt through the two holes and tighten it, and then just leave a little excess.
Me too. I've been in situations that I couldn't get the right hole.
Yeah,
I couldn't tighten it. Like, you know what I mean?
Joe, if I had a nickel for every time those words have come out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? Couldn't get the right hole. What did you?
What I did is I
swipe left.
You just you're like, hey, that hole's not where it's supposed to be, but this one, I guess whatever.
Got rid of it, switched it up.
You'd switched it up. You just said, well, here's one. I'm just going to use that one because there was something in the spot of the other hole. So.
I bet you said, "Excuse me, sir, you can get out of here."
You're not a girl.
Hey, let me teach you something. There's something
what are we talking about now?
There was an old man that told me this one time. He says, I can't remember what trade he was in, but he said, use this with trades and use this with women. All right? Goes both ways. Never fill another man's hole. Because it drives you freaking nuts. If you're working on a job, you drill a bunch of holes, get ready for the next day, and you show up, and the electrician snakes all his crap through it. Right.
There's a freaking
that's what we're talking about. TXV straps.
Yeah.
Hey, what about hose clamps? I've used those before.
I have. You know what? You're going to get the haters that are going to say that galvanic electrolysis corrosion, whatever the hell that word is, but I've never seen any ill effects of using a stainless steel hose clamp on
What is
top
it?
of line.
Galvanic? Yeah,
I don't even know. I honestly, I was doing a video the other day, and we ran some new drain lines in a walk-in cooler, and we used zinc clamps, and we just put them on there. And I go, I bet you I'm gonna get all this shit from people because I didn't freaking. But I've never seen a problem from it. So, and it's just a drain line, anyways.
There's a guy in the chat who's ice fishing, and he just caught a big walleye, and he's listening to Overtime. That's awesome.
That's
Oh.
interesting.
Did I missed something? Ice fishing in Overtime, just caught a 28 walleye hole, and where it's supposed to be. Maybe I'm just not getting it, but whatever.
It's also a guy that calls your hats
Galvanic corrosion.
nice hats berries. But talking to you guys, I don't have that kind of hat.
Even Lavatorian. That's an
Talking to
interesting name.
He messaged on one of my vids. He seems I thought it was Steve Labb for a second.
Automatic corrosion. That's
I
it.
don't remember what he said. I can't remember referring to. Anyways,
I figured you guys that do plumbing or not plumbing, boilers and stuff like that would probably kill me for the galvanic
corrosion.
Whatever that is.
The Galvatron corrosion.
I must have missed it. What do you do? Like switch?
No, I say I don't. I use two different like I'll use a stainless steel clamp. Will you get that corrosion with stainless steel to copper?
For a drain?
Yeah.
Who cares?
No, I use it on the TXV.
Not important.
I use it on TXV. I don't think it'll affect. I don't know. I'm not smart.
But why stainless? Why not?
Because I buy stainless steel hose clamps. That's just when I buy hose clamps, I buy the stainless ones because I do use them in reach-in coolers, and eventually they'll get corroded away. So
what are you going to get? Like a little bit, maybe a little. You get some sort of reactance out of that, but I mean,
I think the coil's going to rot out before we get
yeah. I would say you're right. You know, and even that's still better than a wood screw through a little piece of metal. You know,
what's the different metal? You got metal in your penis or gallon? I was gonna say there was another unit I went up to. This was a 3684, 36 years old. I have some pictures on my phone. I'll post up. Went up to it. Compressor wasn't running. All of a sudden, I see one of the terminals. Was it melted or burnt off or blew off? Melted, I think, and the capacitor was just a little heated up.
Did you say?
But it left good.
Did you say capacitor?
Capacitor.
Oh, okay.
Change the terminal, put it on, and it's working. Now, this is a situation. This unit's that old. The inside's horrible. What do? Do you even bother? Oh, and if it's, let's say it's, I don't know. Would you even do anything to this unit, or would you just wait it out and let it? Like that compressor's probably on the way out. Obviously, it's overamping a bit.
Can I answer your question with a story?
Sorry?
Can I answer your question with a story?
Go ahead.
So I had a similar issue like that one time. Old unit, compressor had went out, and then we started diving into the unit, and we had all sorts of problems with it. Just, I mean, the thing was 25 years old. This rooftop unit at a dollar store, right? And I initially said, you need to replace this unit because it's not worth repairing. And they fought me on it. So I said, all right, here's a quote to repair it and a quote to replace it.
Right.
And it was like within like $8 of each other, you know? And they went with the repair option. We went out there, and it was $11,000 to repair this rooftop, 25-year-old rooftop unit. Like, mind-boggling. I was like, we can't do this. It makes no sense. Like, I'm going to feel bad doing this, but they paid us and we did it. But I mean, we're talking evaporator. I think it was a condensing coil because that had a leak in it. 2 compressors, dryers, refrigerant, condensing fan motors, like a mess of electronics because I'm not putting new motors in there without changing the electronics out as well, you know. Mind-boggling. So I don't know, just be prepared for they might call your bluff.
Were they like a couple thousand difference in price, or
maybe $1,000? Like I said, the repair was like $11,000, and it was just a little 5-ton unit. So I mean, what is that, like $5,000 to buy it, depending on, you know, the brand or whatever, curb adapter, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like some of these repair, yeah, exactly. 11,000, 10,000. This system is old R22 system. You're gonna change the compressor. You know, how much is that gonna be? Why do that? You have the coil that's the whole sides are all rusty. Talk about galvanic corrosion. The whole sides are done. Everything's done. It's gonna go any minute. Why change the compressor, right?
Although everyone says the same thing about like Carrier heat exchangers, 95 heat exchangers, right?
Oh, the secondaries, or
yeah. But the thing is, like, if you give somebody a price and your price is even $1,000 difference in residential, that's like a matter of being able to afford something or not afford it for a lot of people. And they don't care if it's a bad move, even if they just think it's going to buy them 2 years.
It's funny you say that, Adam, because I think residential sometimes is like a different category for furnaces. I guess maybe sometimes it's worth it depending what you go with after.
I have seen, we don't see this as much anymore because I know that a lot of major restaurant chains change the way that they budget things. But in the past, they strictly had a repair budget and a replacement budget, and they couldn't commingle the funds. So, and so basically, it's like, this is the stupidest thing you've ever done. But they're like, we have it in the budget of repairs. I never understood that. It would sound so stupid to me, and I believe most of them have changed that. But yeah, that
I've
one.
even heard of like something similar, kind of funky with some of these franchises that get into landlord contracts. Like if it's over a certain amount, the landlord has to pay for it, or if it's a replacement, the landlord.
I've worked for some places, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that's a landlord's thing," you know, and it's like, what? The landlord's gonna pay to do that? But then on the flip side, I've had landlords that I work for go to places and say, you need to change all that equipment because it's a danger to my building. You know, and it's like, but that could be repaired, and they've changed equipment. It's like, whoa, that's interesting too. So there's some weird stuff goes on with that. But like some of my restaurants, they do things, they like really use the tax code to benefit them, of course. So, you know, they'll change equipment basically at the 5-year mark when the depreciation's done. They depreciate it over so many years, and they hit that mark, and then they're just like, change it, you know, move on to the new thing.
They're making good money.
And then they're just getting the tax write-off and moving it on. But that's all big people thinking, and I don't really understand it all.
We're little people. Speaking of big people think, could we change the subject for one moment?
Sure.
Always do.
You guys, I don't know if anyone's been watching this. I'm sure everyone's heard about it by now. It's been all over. But have you guys been freaking following the stock markets at all?
It's so confusing to me.
Nope.
Don't even understand it completely, but
there's a cryptocurrency that's named after a dog.
Yeah, Dodge.
There's a bunch of people that everyone's calling retards for some reason. If you look into it on every aspect of everything, they're saying there's a bunch of retards that are driving up and making billionaires poor.
But they're making poor people billionaires.
Yeah. They said it's the biggest transfer of wealth. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy.
I don't know. Again, I don't understand it completely, but I was reading someone's in one of the HVAC groups, and I don't know if it was true or not, but some dude was posting a snapshot of what he made in a day, and he made $300,000.
Damn.
Wow.
Can you imagine that in one day? But can you imagine making $300,000 and then losing that? Like in the same day, you know, like just watching it going, I made it. I'm just going to let it leave it there, you know, and then just watching it dip all the way back down.
I think for the most part, society will level itself out where we might get this little bit of a ripple effect where like the poor people are like, oh my God, we're making so much money. And then like 2 months from now, when all the poor people have spent all their money on like purebred dogs and fish tanks and tanning beds and dumb shit. And the rich people are like, yeah, well, now we have our money back. So now we're rich again. And the poor people are like, oh, man, I can't get ahead. I don't know why, but at least I got a tanning bed and an aquarium. And
I don't know. JD, a viewer in our chats, I see him a lot. If you get new units, it comes off different budget called capital expense, CapEx.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that too. Yeah. And sometimes that'll kick in with like the franchise will have to pay it, or the the corporation will kick in and pay portions of that as well.
I don't do too much work for franchises because it used to be a pain in the butt.
Leasing. I've heard of people talk about leasing equipment. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
They do it down here, residential.
Like commercial equipment? Or
thanks, Clint. That's a super awesome super chat. And he says buy those three things that everybody's buying right now.
Man, pretty soon they're going to have like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Continental Rental or, like Aaron's Rent to Own, these stores where you can go there, buy furniture, and then you pay like an absorbent amount of money for it at the end.
I knew a guy that went and got rims and tires for his car, and he rented them.
That's bonkers, man.
It's called Rent a Wheel was the name of the place, and you would go get wheels and tires, and you would basically rent them.
I think I'm going
I used to work at one of these places, and I actually got fired because I wasn't a good salesman. And
Do I have a receding hairline?
yeah,
You do.
You're fine.
yeah, you got
Did
like
anyone
a
ever,
head going on there.
ever in their career change an anode rod in a hot water tank? No.
What is an anode rod? I know what it is. I'm just messing around. But I've never changed one. I just changed the water heater.
Yeah. Someone else asked, what is a new refrigerant you think they'll be putting? What do you say? In residential systems?
Eventually, they're going to go to hydrocarbon-based refrigerants. But right now, they're using...
I got an email from Amana or Daikin or something. I think it's R32 or something like that.
It's an A2L, so it's a mildly flammable. It's not like propane that's basically just completely flammable. It's got flammable gases mixed in it. You still have some things you got to be careful about. But
so you still gotta
sorry,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, the line set. Is copper still okay for the line sets and stuff like that? Or is it?
Yeah, they're still using copper for the line sets. But I fully see eventually they're going to raise charge limitations for hydrocarbon refrigerants, which essentially are the most natural refrigerants that there are, right?
I know maybe Clive will know this, but do you have any idea what like the max charges is in other parts of the world, like the UK or
in European countries, the max charge limit is a lot higher than what we deal with, 150 grams right now. And then we're trying to get it up. I don't know if Ralph's still in here. He might be able to quote it. Eventually, they want to get it up to 500 grams. When they get it up to 500 grams, it's going to open the market big time for bigger systems. But what's interesting is here in the US, you can only have 150 grams per system. But I'm not kidding with you. You can have a grocery lineup with a single compressor for every single door.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference than having one big system?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or you can have a true refrigerator that has 3 or 4 doors and it has 2 condensing units in it, each with 150 grams, the same unit.
Good call.
So
I've only seen like 2 of those, but
But it's just they're just playing with the rules, and it's like why?
Like why bother? You got 300 grams right here in this one unit. It's divided amongst 2 condensing units. Yeah, I guess. But
you just let. I don't know.
That's a good question.
I mean, everything within 20 years, I bet everything is going to change probably 2 or 3 times from now.
Yeah. That's that again. I get that question quite often. What pressure should I run? Someone will email me and say, what pressure should my freezer run? I don't know. I don't know what the refrigerant is, and all the different refrigerants we have. Like, it doesn't scare me with all these different refrigerants because if you just pay attention to the saturation temperatures, you don't have to remember anything about the pressures.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Every different refrigerant. If I just know I want to run, whatever saturation temperature, then call it a day. And then they could just keep changing whatever they want, and we could just keep giving bills. And not even worry about it.
I thought the R32 is it the same pressures as like 410 or?
No idea. Never worked.
I never.
I don't have a pressure chart next to me that has
around the same pressure R32.
Oh wait, no, I do have R32. Hold on.
There's like a big. I mean, even with the new, what do you call it? Presidency or whatever. There's going to be a big change in global everything right now, right?
Well,
I mean,
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, look at. They're changing all the environmental laws already very quickly. GM just did something today where it wasn't today. It was a couple days ago that they're going to be switching over in 20-some years to all electric. The government passed some kind of thing where they're going to be doing all electric fleet for the whole government. So everything's changing. It's going to change.
I'm looking at a PT chart right now, Joe, and R32 and 410A are very similar.
Yeah.
Similar across the high side spectrum.
So does that mean you could just like dump R32 in a 410 system?
No, but I think R32 either has in it or has some of the same chemicals that something like that. I don't have a breakdown in front of me right now, but
they're all in the same colored jug now anyway, so you can mix them all. Doesn't matter. They're all gray.
I know, right?
Mix them. F it, bro.
Tell them, dude. I thought they're the same. It was a great tank. Sorry, man.
Pretty soon.
Mr. Ice brings up a really good point. I'm sorry to Bill. Don't mean to jib, but Mr. Ice had said, where does the electric come from? Burning coal.
That's a very good point.
Or nuclear, though.
You know?
I mean,
even these windmills. I think these we're starting to get a lot of these stupid windmills popping up all over the country setting that I like to look at. And they say it takes like 10 years before they actually, I forget exactly how they word it, but the amount of fossil fuels that it takes to build one of those, set it up, put it in place, maintain it. Like it takes 10 years of actual electric production from the wind to actually account for all the fossil fuels that they've wasted to get to that point. And by then you got to replace the damn thing anyway. Or if it doesn't fall over.
You never know what you're reading, who posted too. Because I've also read like Tesla, like the whole lithium battery thing is like completely destroying the environment, and they're claiming it's better for everyone. But then you see these like lithium mines, and it's crazy. So I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Wow.
We really, why are we going to be angry about any of this stuff? In all actuality, we have no control over any of this, and my say doesn't influence anything. So I just keep my opinion to myself.
I don't want to
nothing.
I don't want to get off subject, but that's kind of why a lot of things that go on in the world I don't really worry about, because for one, it's so far out of my control, and usually for the most part, it doesn't affect me that much.
Yeah.
You know what? F it, bro. I got other things to worry about, like mental health and
Staying alive.
You know, like that song from the 80s.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Hey, but speaking of gay songs, let's talk about beards for a minute.
Okay.
That was very insensitive.
Hey, Joe, can you comb yours for us?
But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna do that subtle segue that we all discussed before the show.
We didn't really discuss it, but go ahead.
Yeah, that was really subtle.
Yeah, because Adam ruined it, just like he does everything in my life. Told you.
Sorry, go ahead.
The owner of that company is a real jerk.
Someone needs to screenshot that on what Adam just did right now. That was perfect.
What'd I do?
When you grabbed your mic, that was perfect. Do that again. No, but get back there, dude. You're waiting for. I'm setting you up for some cool meme pictures, dude.
Real cool. Like put you in the middle of a wiener farm.
Yeah, the RAC.
Anyway,
One's closed loop system. I believe fan coils use a closed loop system, and the heat pumps use open loop.
I'll show here, Joe. Come on, what are we talking about?
B-roll, I want to show you. I got
Joe's sponsored by a new beard company.
I was gonna say, is this a sponsorship? Did we discuss this?
I got this as a gift.
Are we all getting payment?
Before you try it on your face, can you use it on your hair?
I don't want to use it on my hair.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, let's.
That's another show.
Will that straighten out cubes?
Listen, I never used this before.
No? I'm curious.
Is it plugged in? Is it warmed up?
Oh yeah, nice one, Bill. I gotta warm it up. All right. I want to show you, Bill. That's why I brought it. I actually want to show you, Bill.
Oh, so we gotta wait for it to warm up now.
So let's warm it up. And yeah. Charles, what's going on, bud? Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
Keep up the shenanigans for sure.
Oh yeah, wait, we got two super chats.
Oh,
Mr. Zach Soda, thanks if he's still around. I didn't see that one.
Flint, of course.
Charles Peckman.
Zach.
Is that like Anna Paquin?
For a minute, I thought Charles Penn was watching our videos and commenting. He's like an OG YouTuber.
Ah.
Oh, that was a good question about that fan coil heat pump. By the way, where is it?
Hey.
Yeah, Joe, you might have to send that beard straightener to Clive to take apart.
Yeah,
Clive asked if it was a beard straightener.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a thing. My actually my brother-in-law gave it to me as a gift, one of the gifts, and I'm like, all right.
What is a thing? What kind of thing
work,
is it?
man?
So I'm gonna start putting this oil on my beard.
Are you supposed to do that before or after?
You might burn your beard, but I don't think you're supposed to
Are
do it
we
before.
doing a grooming show? What are
You're not supposed to do it before. You're gonna burn your beard.
Did you read the manual?
No,
You're not supposed to put the oil in first.
Dude, I hope this is like that stupid girl on like TikTok or whatever that was curling her hair and she left the curling iron too long and she went to go take it off and her hair came with it.
Yeah, that's
Did
what's
you
gonna
guys-
happen. Don't use the oil.
Oh, please leave it on too long, dude. I want to.
it's gonna burn.
Yeah, don't use the oil.
Do it. Do
Try it.
POE oil.
Try it
I'll
on your
also
head.
put it on. Sorry, guys, have to heat it up now.
Yeah, Mr. Ice. I was referring to Charles Penn. I used to like his videos. I don't see them very much
I'll give
anymore.
you
But
$10
when I saw that name, it like I was like, wait, Charles Penn? Like it took me back.
$10 to use Nylog.
On your beard?
Oh, I gotta get all your guys' information over to John.
You didn't
Pat-
send that to him? We were
No.
so
Dude,
excited.
It's not going on. This power bar cannot take all this function.
Oh yeah, Joe's computer's gonna just go black in a minute. As soon as
Did
it appears, we know what happened.
I think
the Canadian power grid sucks.
his brother.
He just shut off.
Like Joe has built himself a little house in between two other houses, and he runs an extension cord through one of their windows.
Every time they come to read, he knows when the meter readers come because he has to go disconnect everything.
Yeah.
Joe, your brother bought that from Wish.
That was my brother-in-law. Yeah, it seems like it, but no, it came with a legit box. It looked like a Wish item.
Does it vibrate though? That's how you know.
All the rocks.
See you later, John. John McMaster's out.
Later, John.
See you, Johnny.
I just want to see the beard strainer. What's up, Survival?
No,
He doesn't have a beard. I can't blame him.
I got a sick beard.
I'm shaving everything. I'm shaving my head. I'm shaving my face.
Do it.
I'm shaving my chest. I'm shaving my butt. Everything's going. Everything's got to go.
Actually, I'll advise you against shaving your body because you can never get it all, and it's really irritating. Trust me from experience.
Man, that would take so long.
I know it does, seriously. And then you're like, for real? I still feel a spot. Oh man! And then you nick yourself in the wrong place. And trust me from experience.
You know how I would feel so naked, even with clothes on after I shaved my whole body. You know,
it's also very uncomfortable when the hair starts to grow back too.
Oh, I imagine. Like just shaving my mustache off. And then, feeling the wind blow across my upper lip. I was like, wow, this is weird, man.
You know what's weird is when I shave my head, even from like where I'm at right now, which is right here, if I shave my head and I go outside, this little bit of hair actually insulates my head. I have to wear like these and hats. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so cold. And it's like, amazing. I shaved off a 1/4 inch,
It's amazing how much it insulates.
Yep. On tongue. So, big
I ended up buying a cheap light, 600 or 700 lumens, Costco. It's called Chameleon or something. And we're going to try it out. I know somebody that has one. It's pretty good. So
isn't that like a rapper? Chameleon?
Chameleon. Yeah, there wasn't a rapper, Chameleon. Chameleon. Yeah, you're right.
I think it is. Yeah. So you guys have Costco up there? I thought you guys would have some weird Canadian.
Oh, we got Costco.
Like Maple or something.
Speaking of that, Joe, I have a question I wrote down to ask you right here on this little post-it note of mine. Do you guys have Apple Jacks in Canada?
The cereal?
No, he's talking about the restaurant.
There's a restaurant called Apple Jacks?
No, he's talking about the cereal, dude.
Yeah, the cereal.
Okay. I heard of it, so that means we have it. I've heard of that name for both.
You really mean that? I mean,
yeah.
I've heard of rocket ship.
Restaurant, I think Apple something. Applebee's? No. I don't know. Anyways.
You're mistaken Applebee's with Apple Jacks. Yeah, no. Yeah. One tastes good and one is dumpster food.
So I was confused, Bill. Was this leading up to a joke that we ruined, or were you just genuinely asking if he's having?
No, I've given up on trying to set anything up now because you guys.
I was like, wait, where's this going?
I'm curious now because I was talking to a buddy of mine before the show, and we were like, hey, you know what? They don't have in Canada. I bet they don't have Apple Jacks. And then we were going through like talking about different Canadian cereals. Like you could have some cereal with Trudeau on the cover and call it Gold or something.
But you don't have Fruit Loops, do you?
Yes, we do. Oh. We made Fruit Loops, dude. Every cereal out there that's good came from here.
Yeah.
There's one you don't have.
Tell us some Canadian cereals.
Yeah.
Honey Smacks?
Moose Tracks.
You guys don't have Joel Louis.
What the hell is that?
That's some weird ass French crap. That's from freaking the French side, dude. That's one of the. All it is like American cereal that they changed the name or something.
That word is something.
Oh, it's working. It's heat. It's hot. It's hot. Do it
soon. It's gonna warm up.
What are some other Canadian cereals, Joe?
My favorite was just cereal, like Cheerios.
No,
plain.
They're the worst. Oh my god.
No, you know what? The Honey Nut Cheerios are good, but I don't eat them with milk.
Those are pretty good.
Those are like in a bag. If you have kids, you know what it's like. You have to have a bag of Honey Nut Cheerios with you at all times that we can give them to the kid to shut them up when they're crying.
Yeah, I got you, Chris. I got you.
Never heard of that cereal that Clive's talking about.
Sorry, bro.
I wonder how many of those you can fit on a spoon.
And we lost Adam. What happened to him?
He probably got offended. He's real sensitive lately.
Not frosted flakes. They've never been called frosted
I'm back.
flakes.
Did we offend you? We thought maybe you got
My
upset
furnace
with
was
that.
turning on. For some reason, it just goes all over the place.
Yeah, they do that when it gets cold, you know?
French toast crunch. Do you have that French toast crunch?
Yes.
French toast crunch?
Cinnamon
Yes.
toast crunch.
Everybody's hating my Cheerios. I put Cheerios and
What
banana.
about
Slice
double?
up banana.
You guys,
Lame.
what about double? You got double checks, Joe?
What?
Double checks.
Double jacks.
Checks.
Porridge.
You guys screw all this cereal. All you need to do is get some steel rolled oats.
Cold soak it with some almond milk.
What are those grape
Don't
nuts?
put no almond milk. Put 2% milk in it.
Are
Grape
you gonna drink
nuts?
2% milk, but you buy organic peanut butter?
We buy organic 2% milk, my friend.
Oh, but you're not a cow?
No.
Not your mom, not your milk.
Yo,
bro?
you're like my wife's freaking documentaries.
Joe,
Why you gonna
your house is on fire, Joe.
Baby cow growth hormones.
Yeah, not your mom, not your milk, bro.
Why
Yeah.
is it smoking,
No.
Joe? It's not
But
okay.
seriously, some oatmeal, just some plain oatmeal with a cut up apple on it. That's your
That's-
jam right
Yeah,
there.
a little bit of
That's my
cinnamon.
favorite.
Oh, wait. Joe's doing it. I don't see a difference.
Fucking hot. 400.
Hey, you should put a hot dog on it. See if you can cook it.
It
That's-
doesn't.
It doesn't look like it's doing anything but
Yeah.
nothing.
Just
I don't
keep
think it's
doing
been
it. Keep doing it over and over. Put some oil on it. I think
Put
you
some
need
oil
oil.
on your beard and then take the really hot 400-degree thing and rub it across the oil on your face.
You're not just gonna burn my fucking beard.
Big Clive and Milky, what's his name? Minky Moo too. They were saying that your beard's really not long enough for
I don't think so either.
straightforward.
I want you to
Maybe.
try. It's still puffing out like.
Try it on your hair. Take your hat off. Use it on your
not
hair.
gonna try it
Just
on
do
my
it
hair.
on your hair.
Do it.
No. Dude, I need all kinds. This bottle would be done in one fucking using, man.
You need
No
wax.
way, man. How much beard oil you put in there? I don't even
I
use
don't
that
know.
much.
I think it doesn't do anything to it.
Well,
Yeah, there's nothing awkward about a group of dudes watching a man brush his beard right now. Mr. Ice just
All right,
that.
do it. Comb it.
I've watched a man do weirder things in a group setting like this.
Yeah.
I think Clive did something, burn his hair on. I think it was a woofer. And
I
I
bet
could just
Clive has watched weird stuff too.
hair.
His woofer.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, woofle.
Waffle. Wiffle. Whiffler.
Dave G, this if you just caught the
It's
first swear
smoking.
now, then you haven't been watching the show for very long. Because about 2 minutes into the show, we lost the S-Mans.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start over fresh.
Joe, your beard is on fire right now. It is smoking.
I have a feeling there will be no S-Mans until the end of this year, if there any.
All right, guys. So listen up. We're gonna do a giveaway, a beard straightener right now. We're taking the third caller.
And a 3/4 full bottle of beard oil.
Jingus, you're cute too. Weetabix with hot milk.
Can we call your brother-in-law and tell him how much you appreciate that?
Maybe once I use it and it's not, it's burning. My smoke alarm's gonna go off soon, bro.
Like, is it really burning your hair that bad?
Well, no, it's like,
It smells like burnt pubes.
yeah, exactly. Who said that? Someone say that because that's what it's.
No, I just said that.
We are jealous of Clive's foamy woofler.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, hopefully he's gonna bust that thing out tomorrow around
Yeah,
4 o'clock my
he will.
time.
But listen, you can never do one fiery foamy whiffler. It's got to be two.
I don't know. He does like 100 of them.
BigClive.com. Let's end this with a good HVAC talk for a couple minutes there, guys.
Time to go yet, dude. What do you have?
What else your week there? What else?
I worked on an a heater that the smoke detector was tripped. Maybe the smoke detector is going to trip in your house.
Mhm.
Wait, I see something on your beard. It looks
Relevant
different.
topic.
What do you mean?
It's not-
HVAC's irrelevant?
It's on this
No, I
side.
said I was trying to be relevant. I talked about a service call that made smoke, and then I related it to your smoke in your house.
Gotcha. You know what?
I got a callback issue, sort of a callback issue going on with one of these stupid captive air makeup air systems.
Yeah.
It's just heated, but it has what the hell is that model number? It's got the modulating gas valve set up on it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The captive air, that's their style of using that modulating valve with it's got the two valves. It has the modulating thing and then the actual valve, right, or whatever.
Yeah. And then what I missed was I didn't test or I didn't check low fire. And so apparently what we think is happening is this thing will kick in a low fire on the warmer days, and the low fire wasn't set up properly. So with the low fire, you were getting like just a little tiny bit of a flame poofing out of the top part of the burner. And then obviously that probably blows out and then it goes off on ignition failure or something. And so, yeah, I got schooled on that a little bit this week, which was good.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm humble enough to admit stuff I don't know and learn from that. But
so explain what captive air system is. Some people don't know what it is in chat.
it just brings in fresh air from the outside. Yeah, captive air brand. Yeah. The makeup air?
Is it a makeup air?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like engineered. We have a lot of engineered air here. Yeah.
It's a direct fired makeup air, meaning that the flame is in the airstream blowing down into the building. So there has to be interlink switches between the exhaust systems, so that way you can never run the makeup air without the exhausts.
Yeah, because you'll get all that CO2 and everybody will just die.
Yeah. The thing I don't like about the direct fired is especially where I'm at, they're susceptible to high winds too. So depending on the direction of the intake, I have one that's installed in a really, really windy area, and they set it up to where the wind blows right into it.
Blows it right out.
Yep. And it doesn't blow it out, but it'll blow the flame and set off the rollout, and it just creates problems.
I don't see too many direct fire here. Now, where you're seeing these, where are they warming up? Like, where are they situated? Like, for
it's tempering the air for restaurants. So think about a restaurant. We have to have makeup air for the exhaust fans. You're pulling the exhaust out of the air. You got to put air back in. Well, you need to condition that air because especially where Bill's at, it's freezing. So they put a direct fired makeup air there.
Yeah, I just would think, I don't know, direct fire seems kind of sketch nowadays. You know, you would think they wouldn't want to use that. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's either that or dump 0 degree air into the building.
Well, no, but like use a heat exchanger, like one of our makeup air test exchangers, just like.
But you have a heat exchanger on 100% outside air.
Yeah, you're gonna need like a 90 degree temperature rise out of that thing.
Yeah, because for a heat exchanger to work, it's got to recirculate air across it over and over and over again. I mean, I'm not saying it won't work, but I'm just saying the efficiency is going to be way low on a system with a heat exchanger, would it not?
Well, you're talking about a coil. I'm more talking about a coil, let's say.
Okay.
They use them too.
Ours, I mean, because ours are they're super cheap. They're on restaurants, so they're not going to spend a bunch of money to buy a big old fancy engineered cheese.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they barely even pay for maintenance agreements.
No.
You know, changing filters every 6 months.
Actually, you know what? They use both, believe it or not. Actually, yeah, they don't use direct. I usually see either heat exchanger for some reason or hot water coil.
Did you guys, on a flip, change subject, interrupt everybody like I usually do? Did you guys see where there was a manufacturing plant? I think it was somewhere in the Midwest where they had a liquid nitrogen issue and a bunch of people died in the plant.
It was like 7 people died.
Yeah. No? At first I was like, oh, the media screwed up. It must have been CO2. The media screwed up, or it must have been ammonia when I read it. And it's like, no, it was liquid nitrogen. It was something like a processing plant that like flash freezes stuff or something like that.
And wasn't it a pipe that burst or a tank or something?
I don't know, but I was reading it. I was reading in an HVAC forum, and a bunch of people were talking about what could have happened. And it was like, it's something that connect. I mean, it's a possibility, you know, that this can really happen in some of these manufacturing plants.
That makes me think of like Terminator 2.
They
Terminator 2. Oh yeah, when he finally kills the T-1000.
Well, that's before he dies. That's when the T-1000 smashes into the.
Freezes them. Yeah, you're right.
They had a big explosion here. They don't have too many, but they had one here as well as propane transfer. I think it was like a propane place, I think, as well, and they were transferring the liquid from a truck or something. Buddy, you felt this bang like miles, not kilometers, miles away.
So yeah, I guess we should say that for the people that don't understand. Clive made a good point. Liquid nitrogen, what it does is it displaces the oxygen, so you don't know that you're dying essentially. And with that being said, I've ran into situations where I've gone out on walk-in cooler service calls, and the idiot customer, I damn near cussed out a manager one time because I walked into the box and something was wrong when I opened the door. It was like, no, step back. And I looked, and he had dry ice all over inside the walk-in cooler in a closed space to try to keep the food cold. And it's like, what are you thinking? And he goes, I filled it with dry ice. And it's like, I said, you need to get the door open, get a fan in that thing, and get it out of there before one of your guys dies. You know, and he's like, what? Like, no. And I was like, dude, no, I'm not touching this thing until all that crap's out of there. I'm not going to go in there and die.
No
you know,
kidding.
thing. These people, sometimes they don't think, and they think, oh yeah, dry ice is cold, so let's throw it in the walk-in box. Don't do it, dummy. That one pissed me off.
Where should you
I
throw
like
it?
that dummy. See, he's on the right track. He's on the right track.
Yep.
You know, Ted, a few comments up there said something about have bobbleheads made up of us. That might be something I could stop swearing for. Sweet bobblehead of you guys riding around in my van.
That'd be pretty funny.
So I could flip you guys off and talk to you all day long.
Wait, but you call me all day long anyways. What would be the difference?
Except now I'd be able to see your head bobbling as I'm talking to you. You'd be like, Chris, you're doing a big picture? I'd be like, yeah.
So?
Well, I think we should wrap this one up.
Yeah, Adam's been kind of quiet. Adam, what's going on over there? You're not
I'm
talking
falling
about your
asleep.
week.
I'm falling asleep. I can't do it anymore.
You know what? I think we need to talk to Adam. Adam,
I've been listen, I've been trying to take after Bill. Bill goes to sleep at like 8:30 every night, and I've been doing that this week, and it's been great. And
But are you getting up early?
yeah.
Like, what's that?
Like, you text message everyone at like 3:59 every morning, and then
I go to bed at 10:30 and get up at like 4. And then I just sit downstairs and just stare at the wall.
Adam, why don't you tell us, let's be gender sensitive here. Where did it touch you to make you feel so bad?
What's it?
Did it touch you in your swimsuit
We're
parts?
not going to give it a gender identity because that's what we do here in California. So we need to be gender sensitive. So
Was it your helper? Did he do it? Johnny Wang is his name?
Johnny Wank.
Yeah, that's his
Adam's
name.
not having any of this.
No. He doesn't want to talk about how his
Oh my God, Adam.
You notice that he shut down when I asked where it touched him. He
You know,
just
it's weird.
It's not appropriate for public talk.
You know, if Joe can't draw Adam out into a conversation about boring hydronics, then you know there's something wrong.
He wasn't talking about hydronics. I am definitely going bald. Look at this. I look like freaking. This is the hair.
whoever made the bald comment is winner of the night because you mess with Adam's head.
Yeah.
I look like, if you look at Bruce Willis's hairline in Die Hard 1, that's like me right now.
If you look like the way I'm looking at you right now, on the left upper side of your head, it looks like you got a small driveway that drives all the way back to the center of your head.
You're telling me that your wife hasn't told you that you're a fat bald man yet?
Oh my God.
She tells me that every day.
Well, then why are you so surprised right now?
Well, you don't know what I say to her.
But at least